ever catch yourself thinking, wow, she has it all, or her life is so together? For every girl you see and think that, another girl is looking at you thinking the exact same thing. Welcome to This Is For Us. My name is Noelle, and between my own life's journey and working with hundreds of women, I've realized we're all way more alike than we think. We share the same struggles, the same emotions, and we're not meant to do it all alone. Think of this podcast as a safe space to be yourself and get real. Like those talks where you go to your best friend for advice. I'm here to remind you that you are irreplaceable and it's time to start acting like it. We're all just trying to figure it out, and we can change the narrative of feeling alone. This is for you. This is for me. And this is for us. Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of This Is For Us. So today, I just want to do a super quick pep talk, make it short and sweet. There are a lot of people that are directly involved in my life, a lot of people that mean a lot to me, that are going through an immense amount of change right now, making big life decisions, graduating, certain chapters of their lives are coming to an end. And it's just a really big thing with the people around me right now. And so I wanted to do, again, a quick pep talk, talking about change, talking about becoming a beginner again at whatever it is in your life, because we all know that's really freaking hard. So that's what today's going to be about. And again, it's been coming up a lot lately for me, from people graduating, from school ending, from switching jobs, moving cities, even things going on for me right now. You know, the diamond season is coming to an end. We're about to start a brand new season. And even though that there is an immense amount of beauty in endings, there's also an immense amount of beauty in beginnings. But regardless, all of that revolves around change. And regardless of the beauty that comes from the ending and the beginning of everything in life, the change of the in-between is really, really hard. And so it's wild how uncomfortable change can feel for all of us, even whenever we know deep down in our soul that it's good for us or it's what we need, it's our next step in our life. Even when whatever it is that's coming is what we wanted, there's still something about leaving your comfort zone or what's become your routine or what's normal for you, the version of life that you've gotten so used to, that again, there's just something about leaving that makes us feel like that we're having to start all over, like we have no clue what we're doing, just being a beginner again, which is really freaking scary. And the thing is that the truth is we are starting over. We are becoming a beginner again. But I do feel like we often don't give ourselves enough credit for all the wisdom that we've attained in whatever season of life or whatever experience that we're coming out of. And whenever we're entering into this new thing, we suddenly just feel, again, like we have no clue what's going on. We don't know what we're doing. But the reality is that we are a stronger, smarter, much more wise version of ourselves from every life experience that we have had. So whether you're graduating high school or college, whether you're moving to a new state, starting a new job, starting a new team, leaving a season of your life, like all those things are true, but it doesn't take away all of the things that you have gained and how much smarter of a human being that you are. And another thing I think that we forget is that you've been a beginner before. You were new, whatever job it is that you have right now, you were new to that job one time. You walked in for your very first day and you were scared to death. You were new to your school. You were new to your town. And the thing is that you made it. Like something has ended for you before and you have had to find something else, or you have had to start over, and you're alive. You've made it. And I guarantee that if you sat down with me and if you told me that story, sure, maybe you'd be like, that was one of the hardest times in my life, but you're going to be able to tell me the way that you came out on the other side of it. And you're going to be able to tell me a lesson that you learned from it in a way that it made you better or brought you to someone that you love or got you out of something that you didn't love. Like there's just going to be some kind of beauty from the story that you're going to tell from that experience where you figured it out, where you created something out of what once was nothing. And eventually, what once felt uncertain and scary became your comfort zone, which is the very comfort zone that you are worried about leaving right now. So this little pep talk is me telling you that although that it's scary, and although that you're being called or even maybe forced into being a beginner again and doing something brand new again, the thing is that that thing too is eventually going to become the thing that you're comfortable in. It's eventually going to become your routine. It's eventually going to become your comfort zone. And the thing is that whatever change this is, it's also necessary. Because if you stay where you are forever, then you're going to stay where you are forever. You know what I mean? Like if you stay in the same job, the same routine, if you stay in school, then you're always going to be in school. Like you're going to school in order to do something else in your life. So if you never take the scary step of graduating and doing what I did and sitting down on the couch and going, oh my God, school is over. What in the holy hell am I going to do now? Then you're just going to continue being a student for the rest of your life. And while being a student is a cool and amazing thing, and we're all students in some form, obviously you don't want to keep on going to high school for forever or going to college for forever or whatever it is. You're doing those things in order to grow into the next step, into the next chapter of your life. So how freaking cool is it that you're finally there? And if we never take these steps to enter in to the next chapter, to enter into the next version of ourselves, then we're never going to get to be who we're meant to become, because there is a next version of you that is meant to be something incredible. And you've got to take this step now. You've got to either end the thing to start into the next thing, or you've got to be willing to enter into the next chapter, because the things that we dream of, they're waiting for us on the other side of change. And to get to that, you have to be a beginner. You've got to start again. Growth always comes from a little bit of discomfort. But the thing is that being uncomfortable is a sign that something is shifting within you and that you're being stretched in actually a really good way. That's a sign that you're moving forward, even if it doesn't feel like it just yet. So the stuck, scary feeling is actually the exact opposite. And you're actually really far from being stuck. You're changing and you're growing and you're learning. You're not stuck at all. Because if you were stuck, nothing would ever change about you or your life. You'd be stuck in the exact same life, playing the exact same roles day in and day out. But instead, you're choosing to grow and move and change, and you're making a choice to begin. And the cool thing about a beginning is that the next chapters are still left unread. They're unwritten, and anything can happen. You get to write the story into any single thing that you want it to be. And please remember that at any time that you don't like where the story is going, I know this might sound cliche, but you're the author. So you change it, you shift it. Your book is not written. It's not sitting on a shelf. It is a stay tuned. It's a to be continued, and you get to choose it. But the thing is that just like any book, any TV show, any story, in order for a story to exist, in order for a story to start, you have to do just that. You have to start. You've got to be a beginner. You have to begin. So if you are in a season of change, or if you feel one coming, then I want this little pep talk to be your reminder that it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to not have any single thing figured out just yet. It's okay to be absolutely freaking terrified because you do not know what tomorrow is going to bring. You're not behind. You're not weird for feeling this way. It's perfectly normal. And I don't think that it's talked about enough that you're actually evolving and you're allowed to feel scared and unsure at the same time as being excited. And you're allowed to be overwhelmed and be like, oh my God, what in the holy hell am I going to do with my life? Like, y'all, that is so normal. And I wish that somebody would have looked at me that day when I graduated college and I sat down on my couch by myself and I looked around and I was like, this is one of the worst days of my life because tomorrow's not planned for me. There's no practice to go to. There's no sorority meeting. There's no internship. There's nothing I have to do. And instead of someone taking me by the shoulders going, yeah, how cool is that, Noelle? There's nothing you have to do. You get to figure it out. And if you make a wrong choice, you change it because there is no wrong choice. All there is learning. You start one thing. If you love it, you stick with it. If you hate it, you change. I just wish that somebody would have given me the permission to know that it was actually okay to feel scared, that it was okay to not know what in the hell I was going to do. And I really wish someone would have been like, just because you make a choice to start one thing doesn't mean that that's going to be your life forever. And you can pivot at any given moment. And y'all, that was actually a really good episode. So if you haven't heard that episode, you should definitely go back and listen to the one where I talked about the day that I graduated college, because that is an amazing day. It's such a cool accomplishment. It's a beautiful accomplishment. And I was, I guess, proud, but it was one of the hardest days of my life. And I look back on that day and I can still say that because I was so scared. And so this is me trying to be your best friend, trying to be the person that gives you permission to be a beginner, to be freaking scared, but to know that it is all going to be okay. And instead of looking at everything like, oh my God, what if I don't ever figure it out? You're going to figure it out. You're going to end up right where you're supposed to be, some way or another. And there's going to be a lot of failures along the way. There's going to be a lot of really cool things to happen to you along the way. But the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the fails, the wins, all of it is going to make you who that you're supposed to be every single day. And it's all going to turn out to be the coolest story in the world. And again, remember, every single time that you fail, it's teaching you something and it's allowing you to have a story to tell someone else to help them along their own journey. So anyway, please do not ever let the fear of starting over or being a beginner keep you from stepping into the beauty that's coming for you next in your life. Because the thing is that the next version is waiting. The next chapter is waiting. And it's going to be even more amazing than you could ever imagine. So if you're going through this right now, I see you. I have felt it before. I'm with you. And I'm cheering you on, and it's all going to be okay. So as always, I know you could be doing anything with your time right now. And the fact that you're choosing to sit here with me means the world. I hope that this has lit you up a little bit or made you feel even just a little bit better. Please message me. Let me know if it has. And as always, if there's something that you want to talk about, let me know. I would love to hear from you. I love you guys, and I hope you have the best week. Thank you again for being here. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening. I know you could be doing anything in the world right now, so the fact that you've chosen to spend this time with me means everything. If this episode resonated with your heart, or if you have a topic you'd like me to touch on, please shoot me a DM on Instagram at Noelle Roberts Coley. I'd love to hear all about it, and thank you personally for listening. If you want to know how to support the podcast, I'd be forever grateful if you'd share it with a friend and leave me a 5-star review. Until next time, please remember that we're all just trying to figure it out. We're in this together, and this is for us. I'll see you soon.